slightly late. I thought it was, what's the word? Earlier than it was because my kitchen clock says 6:57, and then I was playing on my phone and I'm like, oh crap, it's 7 o'clock. Oh no. And I was making myself an espresso because 7 o'clock espresso is a good idea. And you cannot convince me otherwise. I mean, probably could, heart problems and all that, but I'm going to ignore it, and I am going to have coffee at 7 at night because glorious. Now, I am trying something new though. I'm trying to make an espresso thingy with milk. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. It's probably gonna be horrible because, you know, that sounds horrible, like if it doesn't work well, but I am just a coffee addict. It's not a big deal. Hi, Samantha. I meant to start this out in the barn because we have a limited amount of time. You know what? I might turn this into a hot chocolate. I made Sydney a hot chocolate, so now I'm going to turn this into a hot chocolate because that's just what we do. So, glorious, victorious. Making sure the live chat is up because I am really bad about it, just waiting for people to get in. And then I will start my tale of misadventure because that was a moment. We had quite the moment. What was it? Yesterday. Yesterday was not fun. Yesterday was just a menace. And but that was yesterday, and now I have a fun story about it. But again, I'm going to give people time to come in and get settled in. If y'all want to make yourself a hot cocoa or a coffee or something, that's what I am doing. I'm making myself a nice hot chocolate because my coffee idea wasn't working, and I am not going to waste the hot milk because that would just be wasteful. And then I'm going to go gallop my way out into the outside world because it's nice out. I'm actually in shorts right now. It's so nice. Now, I say nice relatively because somebody else probably has like 60, 70 degree weather, and here I am freezing my tuchus off at 40. Well, actually got to 50 today, so that's not horrible, to be honest. 50 degrees, not horrible at all. So I'm going to go into the outside world and enjoy the last bit of sunlight because I am not going to waste this moment. I don't have enough hands for this. There we go. Well, like I said, I meant to start this out in the barn anyway, but I kind of screwed up from a standpoint of I thought it was 6:55 because the stove time actually said freaking 6:55, and the time was actually 7. So I went from having 5 minutes to 0 minutes, and I had to make my cocoa, and yeah, which I could use something stronger than cocoa, but I'm too lazy to run to the store right now, so. Go on in here. My brother-in-law got me my cup I'm using. It's an Office reference. It's like, did I stutter? And yeah. Oh, it's chillier than it was earlier, but I'm going to go sit in my barn, and I'm going to go enjoy a bit of light. I'm going to enjoy my bunnies in this live for just at least a little bit before we go back inside. I'm hoping to be on longer than last week because last week I only got about 30 minutes on because my heathen child wanted to go to bed. But this time I put her to bed before. See, I learned. I put her to bed before I came onto the live. See, I learned my lessons. So now I gotta get this set up. Like I said, I'm supposed to have this set up already, and I screwed up, but that's okay. I'm just gonna move Strawberry's pan and see if that works. Find a place to put my phone. See, the barn. We just chill in the barn. Like, am I up? Why do I feel like my orientation is off? Am I sideways right now? Yeah. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's perfectly fine that I can't work things. Penguin. I'm a dum-dum. It's okay. I am a dum-dum and I put it in the wrong orientation. We will live. Okay. I am a dum-dum tonight. It's okay. It's okay. It's one of those weeks. But it's okay because it's Friday, which means thank you. Why did no one tell me sooner? I'm like sitting here like la-di-da-di-da, and it's like, oh, by the way, you're sideways. Oops. Anyway, I'm gonna drink my hot cocoa and pretend like the past 5 minutes I was not sideways. That makes everything better. So how was your guys' week? Because my week was great up until yesterday. And y'all, yesterday was a monster, and yesterday was not fun. And if you follow me on TikTok, you saw my reference to it about how we had somebody catch the forest on fire. If it helps, I only just got in, so I only saw you sideways for 10 seconds. I appreciate that. I highly appreciate that. At least no one was leaving me on the struggle bus for 5 whole minutes. Oh. It's okay. I've done worse things, embarrassment-wise, when it comes to TikTok and YouTube, I'm sure. And in my first video ever, I reminded my parents and family fully that I'd probably do some embarrassing things on this app. And it probably mostly has to do with technology. But yeah, so yesterday, some hooligans caught our forest behind us on fire. Thank you. So, he's gonna go right back after that goat. Yep. Anyone want a bullhound? Yeah, some hooligans caught our forest on fire behind us. Less than a mile away. That was not fun. Not fun at all. So, I'm driving home from picking up the 5-year-old from school, right? Just minding my own business, enjoying my day, because my thought was I'm gonna go home, and I was supposed to have a chill night in, because I was supposed to hang out with Freedom Quail Farm, and we were gonna have dinner together, and we were just going to chill with the kids, right? So I'm just minding my own gosh darn business, and my pew pew, and my my youngest, my 1-year-old, fell asleep in the car in her car seat, and I'm like, yes, she fell asleep in the car, which means I can put her in the barn and I can get all my barn chores done while she's taking her nap, right? I no sooner get the car seat out of the car, go into the arena, and then my neighbor calls me. Happy Friday! Yes, it's Friday, thank God. So, I no sooner get to my arena, my neighbor calls me. And Joe doesn't call me because the age gap there is huge. He's in his 70s, I'm in my 20s. We say hi to each other every once in a while, and he saves ham bones for my dogs. So, that's about our relationship right there. He calls me and he's like, hey, just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm over here on the pass, and they're talking about an evac because there's a forest fire. I'm like, oh, there's a forest fire? He's like, yeah, it's less than a mile from the houses. I'm sitting here, and I'm like, oh, gosh. So I'm like, you know what? It's probably not a big deal. So I go in, I tell the girls, hey, go pack an overnight bag, just in case. We'll wait, we'll chill. And I'm sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden the warning comes over all the phones. Now, why my neighbor knew about the evacuation before, like, they actually put it out, I will never know. It must be some weird small town connections. So, we get that warning, and it's like, oh, we gotta evacuate. And it's literally the street ahead of mine. So, in theory, the next round should be us evacuating, right? And we just go into, well, this sucks mode. Because we have 4 kids, 4 dogs, 4 cats, 3 parrots, and, don't know if you see this, an entire barn of rabbits, 2 horses, a goat, and then, of course, anything we need to grab. I don't know how many vehicles we had. We had 2 vehicles. We had a little BMW and a Jeep. It was not a fun night. Not a fun night at all. It's a good thing we hoard cardboard boxes. We hoard so many cardboard boxes. And we were using our brooders as rabbit cages. And we're just like, we're throwing rabbits in boxes and like labeling them. We put all of the babies, like all of the itty bitties. We have, yes, love this cup. Did I stutter? Probably, I have a really bad peach impediment, and sometimes I cannot get words out, and it's horrible. It's one of those things. But so yeah, so we went from, okay, everything needs to go. We got to pack everything up. We don't know when we're going to evacuate it. And by this time, All the kids are awake. Half of them are screaming. And we're throwing animals in cages, trying to get them into the car, playing Tetris. It was just not a fun night. So we got out around, let's see, I got home around 3:30 when we got the warning. We got out of here around 4:15 to go to the evac site with everything packed into the vehicles. And they wanted us to sit at the middle school, which is like less than a mile from my house the other way of the fire. So we're like in the middle of the fire, in the middle of the evac area. And they're just like, oh yeah, just sit here. Have y'all tried sitting in one area with a bunch of panicked people with 3 children, 5 and under? Let me tell you, that is not a fun time. So I called my friend and I'm like, hey, can we hang out? And she told me later, apparently that was not the right thing to start off with. The right way to start that conversation was, hey, my town is on fire. I need refuge. Can I come over? Because she's like, and I'm socially awkward. So she's like, well, my house is a mess and, you know, I'm not really feeling the best today. And me being me, I'm just like, yeah, you know, that's, you know, I don't want to intrude and, you know, it's not a big deal. We'll just sit here. They're just evacuating us. And she's like, evacuating you? I'm like, yeah, there's a fire about a mile from our house over on Loveland. And she's like, yeah, come over, bring the kids. And I'm like, well, we have a bunch of animals. Is that okay? And she's like, yeah, that's no problem. Well, she lives in the city, in a little townhouse. And I don't think she realized that we were bringing about 50 rabbits into her home, 4 dogs, all the cats, all the kids. And bless that woman, I bought her dinner. I ordered a bunch of pizza and I'm like, I'm sorry, we're such a burden right now. And she's like, no, you're fine. She got all the beds ready for us. She was ready for us to stay for the long haul. So we're eating pizza. We're trying to keep the kids occupied on Netflix. They watched Raya. They love Raya. And we're just like sitting, chilling, trying to distract ourselves, trying to get these updates. And our first update was, they're like, oh, the forest fire is 10% contained. And it's like, only 10%. And it's funny because we're just watching trailers go through and trying to get these horses out of here and all this other nonsense. And it's like at least the wind is blowing the opposite direction of all of the houses in town. That's hopefully it stays that way, because at first it was blowing towards the houses and we were all freaking out. But they finally got it under control enough to where they lifted the evacuation notice last night around 10 p.m. So that was fun. We got everything packed all back, and we decided that it would probably be easier on all of our mamas that have babies, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 litters right now, where mamas are all nursing and they're at various ages. And it was just going to be easier to bring them home, make sure that they had settled down, got their food, got their water, and were in a safe environment. So we had it home, and by the time we got everybody unpacked, everything taken care of, I went to bed around 2 a.m. last night, and my stupid body's natural clock woke me up at like 4:30. What is wrong with my body that it thinks I need to be up at 4:30 anyway? Like, no one needs to be up that early. That's not normal. That's not human. I refuse to believe I will wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning naturally for as long as I have a schedule. I don't like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I laid in bed and I was being lazy for a while because I did not want to deal with being up that early. I love this cup. This makes me happy. I have another one in there that's South Park themed, and it's like a little spaz kid. Danny's trying to get me into South Park, and I don't know how to feel about it yet. It's kind of weird sometimes, but I'm trying to get into it. I can't get over the fact that Kenny dies every episode. Like, that's something weird. Like, that's just like a moment. But yeah, so we got everybody back. All of the bunnies that were here, they all are doing fine. They're all doing great. We did lose a litter of, we had a pregnant mama who, she was supposed to kindle, and she did, but she had a singleton. So she had one baby, and when we came out to the barn this morning, it was cold. And there was already blood pooling in the nails, so we couldn't revive it. So We don't know why she had a singleton. It could be stress. She's one of our new Calidos. So hopefully we'll get her rebred. Hello, Ronnie. How are you doing? I was just talking about my misadventure of the forest fire last night, where we evacuated with all of our animals. It wasn't fun. But yeah, so she had a singleton that didn't make it. So hopefully this time when we rebreed her, we won't have that problem. I'm hoping it's just stress and it's not a genetic thing. Because we just culled out another one. Yeah, that forest fire was not fun. They didn't release why the wildfire started, but if we're talking statistically, most wildfires are started by idiots who decide it's going to be a fun time to start a fire and then not know how to control it or not put it out properly, and then it catches the rest of the town on fire. At least it's a good story. Yes, it's a good story now, but at the time, the amount of curse words that were leaving my mouth were probably not appropriate for the 5-year-old who was attentively listening. Because I was not a happy human yesterday. I was like, I don't even have my truck. I have a Jeep, I have a car. If I had a truck, I could get everything situated, I could get everybody in, everything would be fine. But now I'm playing Tetris, and the husky wanted to sit on my lap the entire way down to the springs. Not too soon. Yeah, no, not really. I can laugh at myself a little bit. Like, not too soon. Plus, everyone's fine. The fire blew away from town, so even our neighbors are fine. Everyone's fine. We just lost a bunch of acreage over at the state park, which we can go with the theory of you should do controlled burns every couple of years or so to burn away the underbrush to better regulate the health of the forest. So we can just say this was an unplanned happy accident. We had a 6,000 acre wildfire a couple of weeks ago, 10 miles from where I lived. Thankfully, we didn't have to evacuate. That is terrifying. That is a lot of acreage to burn down. Like, they only had 10 acres here, so it was relatively small. But they were freaking out because they had a huge fire around here in 2013 that took out a lot of the town, so they were worried about another 2013 incident. So, thankfully, that's not a problem. So how many animals had to evacuate? On my property, all of these guys, and then the dogs, the cats, the birds, the children, if you count those as animals. We had a bunch of neighbors. They had trailers coming up and down the roads, loading horses in trailers, because we have a stable right down the road that has about 20 horses in it. And they were taking them down the road. One of the neighbors over by Cripple Creek, they had like 80 acres, and they were like, hey, if you need to evacuate, bring your horses up here, let them out. We have 80 acres, we'll feed them until they're good to go. So, and then you had a bunch of people who were like, I'm not leaving my dogs. So we had a bunch of people who were like picking up their dogs. Do you have chickens too? Yes, we have chickens, we have quail. I'll show you the chickens. I will warn you, some of my chickens look rough. We had a dog incident. Do you have a trailer for emergency? Yes, I do. This time we didn't get to use it. The truck wasn't here. But we do have a trailer for emergency evacuations. We're looking at getting another truck now, so when Danny's hot-shotting, I can have one at the ready. And again, I'm warning y'all, my chickens look a little rough because we had a dog attack a couple of them. But, hey, no free range. No free range. Thank you. Back up. All right. There's the pretties. No, so unfortunately with how rushed it was, we didn't have time to pack up the chickens, and we didn't have the space to pack up the chickens. In those kind of situations, you have one or two options. You can either let them out, or you can keep them in their coop, and I let my faucet keep running so that the entirety of the coop is like soaking wet right now, and it's just surrounded by water. So we kept them in their coop because it was safer to risk them staying in the coop at night than it was to let them out and worry about the mountain lions, the bobcats, the foxes. I have no food for you guys. The foxes. So we kept, everybody thankfully is good. Same with the quail. Even if we did have the truck and everything, there would be no way to get these guys safely out of here, and we would have to kind of figure that out. That's an unfortunate thing. Same with the quail, but hi guys. Hey, I'm sorry. I was wondering what cage you use for your grow outs. I'm looking at getting some champagnes. Oh, I have champagnes. Oh, I love champagne. Come on, Hawk. Let me get out of the chicken coop here. I will show you what we do. No, no, no. They're so pretty. Do you name them? Yes, they all have names. Not necessarily the way Black's Tropical Homestead does. I love her names. No, but our ducks are Huey, Dewey, and Louie. My child calls them Blackie, Brownie, and Witchfire is threatening you. I want to see your lavenders. Those are actually Freedom Quail Farms lavenders. We just share a coop. Let's see here. Here you go. Hey. Hello. Hey. They don't like me very much because they're not mine, but there's our leghorn. But yeah, we have a Freedom Quail has a rooster and a hen. They're sweet chickens. They're just huge. But as for grow outs, we use a couple of different things. So we have yes, he is a handsome boy, but he is naughty, naughty. So it's a little dark in here, but okay. So when it comes to cages, we use these big black cages right here for some of our grow outs. We have a big cage. You can't see them, but that cage right there has about 6 or 7 babies in it with mama. And then I'm trying to raise a flock of lavender Americana. I love Americanas. Betsy 2.0 is in there. That's her name now. If all of y'all knew my Betsy series from last year. I love Americanas. They're so sweet. And then we also have this thing for grow outs, which is what we're doing colony-wise this year, hopefully. Then, gotta go to the other side of the farm. I left my hot cocoa in the barn. It's okay, I'll survive without my hot cocoa. And then, gotta get out of this area. Hi, Thor. Hi, Kiwi. And then for our other grow out area, so just so you have an idea, like, it's okay, I'm growing out babies. Yes, I love growing out babies. It's getting a little chilly. I'm gonna roll my sleeves down. And then our other grow out thing, which I can put more cages on it if I want, is this big old, our quail are very ugly, scary, like vultures. Oh no, are they molting? Get out of my feed, goat. Out, out, out. You are horrible. I was building quail cages today. Yes, that's exciting. I'm horrible at building things. Hush. That goat thinks he's a dog, and then the dogs play with him, and it's just a bad day. I say, I'll show you my quail. They're pretty right now. I think they just got over molting. They started laying eggs again, which is super exciting, which tomorrow I'm dyeing eggs with the kids. I'm so excited. Let's see here what we got. Hi, guys. Hi. And then this, we'll be taking the wooden panels off for summer coming up this weekend, because during the winter, the wind gets too bad up here on the mountain. I have one bald one too, but she has personality makeup for her looks. Oh no! But these are our guys right now. They're really pretty. And then we have the grow outs, which we still need to go through. They're almost 3 weeks. Is that normal? Yeah, they're kind of ugly for a while. These guys are older. I'll show you my grow outs real quick here, because they're not necessarily pretty. Let's get you. They look. Thank you. Freedom Quail Farm is the one who does all of the breeding and everything. I'm still learning a lot off of her. Y'all should go check out her YouTube. She has a bunch about quail. I'm still new to quail. I'm still learning. I'll show you my first grow outs. And again, some of these are mine, some of these are Freedom Quail because we share. So these are our grow outs. These guys are 8 or 9 weeks. So they're a little smaller, they're a little more scraggly. They have an extra box because they like to die because of how cold it gets up here. And it's not like Freedom Quail Farm has a good channel. Yeah. And she's still at work right now though, so I can't bother her too much. Otherwise I would go skip down to my next door neighbor and go bug her. But But yeah, the quail are doing really good. Not sure what to think about them yet. Hi, asshole. My rooster's name is Asshole, my little barred rock, if you don't know that. He is my daughter's favorite chicken. Pretty sure it's because she thinks she can curse now. It's okay. We'll live through that choice. But yeah, I'm not sure what to think about quail yet. I like them better than chickens, I think. But not sure. We'll see. If they start laying again, we'll see. My chickens are kind of back and forth. After they had a dog attack, they're still not laying consistently. So, but they're all doing good after that. They're just a little scraggly looking. I have my quail in the back near the wood line. I attempt for a garage grow out setup, but ended that. Yes, the smell of quail, they're nasty. They look good. I'll have to send you a picture tomorrow. I'm embarrassed. Send me a picture. I want to see. They're probably just getting their feathers in, to be honest, because they do go through an ugly phase, like a real ugly phase. We'll discuss this point. Yes, we will discuss. If y'all don't know, here's soon I'm going live with Little Ridge Farms. I think on the 22nd. I'd have to look at my calendar because I'm horrible with dates. I'm also going to walk back to my rabbit barn to go get my cocoa because I left it in the barn because I got too excited about things. So my teeth are starting to chatter. But I'm too, what's the word? I'm too stubborn to go inside because it's a nice day today, right? I say nice and it's like 40 degrees right now and I'm in shorts. It's a nice day, okay? 23rd, yeah, 23rd. I say, I have it in my calendar and I'll get it right. I need to put out a reminder for everyone though so that they can come watch. And I think what I'll do that week on the 22nd is instead of going live on Fridays like I have been, I'll do like a video and I'll switch my lives. That way I'm not burning everyone out on lives. My hot cocoa is cold. Look, I know 40 and in shorts, right? But it's been -10, okay? So this feels relatively warm. And I am going to bring, trailer is being done this weekend to share. Thank you so much. But as for summer, I am bringing it in with my brain. I am going to bring it into fruition by wearing shorts and being a shivering mess because I'm so sick of winter right now. But it's okay. I have grass, y'all. The grass is growing by my compost. I gotta shut the barn here so the predators don't get in my bunnies. The grass is growing, and I know that's so stupid to be excited about, but here, I will show you. I will show you the tiny sprigs of grass in my arena. I will show you the tiny sprigs of grass by my compost, because that's how I know spring is coming. No snow, no snow. I am manifesting, yes. I am manifesting spring by sacrificing my warmth to whatever snow gods are out there. I'm going to bring spring in that way. Now, granted, I know logically that's not how this works. I'm going to do it anyway. But I will show y'all the grass because it's so stupid. I'm so excited about the grass coming in. But I will show you. You will believe me. I have grass. I got to find it again. Aha! Okay, y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? Okay. Look at it. I don't want snow either, but look at that grass. It is the smallest little blades of grass, and if you pull out, right, it's right there. It's right there, the grass. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about the grass. It's so stupid. So stupid how excited about the grass I am. But it's here. I haven't checked. Ooh, you know what I haven't checked yet? To see if the birch trees have their leaves coming in yet. I gotta check that out. If they do, I'm gonna be super excited. Because the amount, hi Thor, back up. I have to come back for that cocoa. Let's go check out the birch trees. Because if the birch trees have their leaves coming in, because I have a bunch of pine trees and birch trees on them. Thor, I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you. Yes, Bubba. Yeah, it's pretty time out in the sky. I'm from Southern California. If I had snow, I'd be... No, my husband's from Cali, and He's so sick of the snow. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, guys. Look, my birch trees. My birch trees are budding. I didn't even, oh, get down, Kiwi. I didn't even know they were doing this yet. That's so exciting. Okay, I feel a little better about spring being here because my little tiny blades of grass. Now I gotta see if the violets are blooming yet. Violets are blooming. Ouch, would you knock that off? If the violets are blooming, then I will believe spring is here. But if the violets aren't blooming, I could go walk around my porch. Then again, maybe the dogs ate them. The dogs or the goat. Freaking, I had blueberries last year, and I had black raspberries last year that I was going to grow. They were going to be beautiful. I was so excited. My goat ate them. My goat, who is not supposed to be out of his pen. Always excited about summer when it comes. Spring doesn't really exist in upstate New York. Legit, I'm from Ohio, so I get that. It's just like all of a sudden it's like, oh, summer. It's like, okay. Leave it. Come on, Max, let's go inside. Come on, Max. Hey. Thor instigates Kiwi. Kiwi tries to play with Thor. Thor runs away, thinking that it's too rough. Nah. As I say, I'm excited. I'm excited. Are you excited, Jazzy? She said, no, I'm not excited for pets. I said, y'all, I'm lollygagging to go inside because it's been a nice day and I'm cherishing it. Oh, before I forget, I have a tattoo video coming up. I tattooed some rabbits today and I was like, I should probably record this because I don't tattoo often. I'm like, I should probably show people. Low of 25 tomorrow. That's blasphemous. That is wrong. We are not going to believe that. 25 is no longer a thing. That is too cold. No more snow. No more cold. I know that's not how that works, but. Hey, Yazzie. Hey, Yazzie. I already gave you your foods. But nah. I'm lollygagging. I'm lollygagging. I don't want to go inside. Like, I'm cold. I know I'm cold. I'm excited for you. Yeah. Right? I'm excited. Thank you. I'm excited to get warm weather. Danny promised when he gets home, he's going to rebuild my raised beds. If y'all watched one of my very first video, okay, I'll let you in. Do you use the broomstick method? Yes, I do. Dispatching any animal other than the quail, I prefer future greenhouse someday. Yeah, I need a greenhouse. I really do. But part of me wants to go move to California or something. Or Florida. Or Mexico. Or somewhere warm. I'm pouting right now about it. But yes, broomstick method is my preferred way of culling for chickens, for the rabbits, for the ducks. The only thing we don't use the broomstick method on because they're too small are quail, but we still use cervical dislocation, which is basically the dislocation of the spinal cord away from the brainstem so that everything just kind of stops. It's over in like an instant. But it's my preferred way. It's not as messy. Danny kind of traumatized me. He wanted to introduce me to a new way called the cone method, right? Nope. Head pop. Nope. What, Freedom Quail? No what? I said, where are you, Freedom Quail? Get your butt over here. I know you're over there somewhere. But, what was I saying? I got distracted. Nothing new. Got my hot cocoa. Don't you twist the neck? Freedom Quail, get over here and explain things. Today I dispatched my second rooster all by myself. I was confident from success. Oh, you're talking about the scissors. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. The scissors are quicker, but they kind of traumatized me along the same line of when Danny was doing the cone method. I don't know if I've told you that story or not. That was traumatizing. But anyways, so I like this because like the cervical dislocation is just everything stops moving and there's no blood that gets everywhere. That's traumatizing. Yes, broomstick. I like the broomstick. I don't like the cone. I don't like the hatchet. No, not pulling enough. Yeah, I totally get the not pulling enough. But if you pull too much, right, you'll take the entire head off. I did not know that the first time. That was fun. The blood doesn't pool in the quail. Yes, we need to butcher out more quail. We've only done it once or twice. You need to show me more because I'm still not confident with quail. That's what I was telling everyone earlier, is that like, you're showing me the ropes and this is our first batch of grow outs and you are the expert when it comes to quail and I'm still learning. And they also said your quail are beautiful. So I don't know where you are. I'm staring at your house right now, hoping you come out to say hi. But yeah, pacing the yard. I don't want to go inside yet. It's a nice day. It's a nice day out. And I don't want the day to end because I know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to get so excited about spring. And then again, it's going to drop to where it's like cold. Yes, they have a lot of good videos, to be honest. I really like that channel. Hi, Thor. Let's see. I only have Thor and Kiwi? Yeah, okay. Making sure all of my dogs are here. That's why I was too scared to pull hard. He wasn't moving too much. I thought he was gone. Hung him up and then went back and he was looking at me. Yeah, I've done that before the first couple of times. It takes practice. You'll get better at it. You'll feel more comfortable doing it. It's still not fun to do and it's still a pain in the butt and something that's not my favorite kind of day. But you'll get better at it. And when you get better at it, you get quicker at it and you feel more confident in yourself. And when all of those things line up, it's good. How do you know it's done right? You'll hear and feel the pop. So when you're stepping on the broom and you pull up, you'll hear and feel it. It's a feeling. Basically, you want to do it quick upwards and then not keep pulling. If you keep pulling, that's when everything goes wrong. Kiwi. No, ma'am. How'd you get those? Nah, no. You little jerk. Have you ever tried choked? I don't like choke chain. I'm not a fan of it. Like I said, for rabbits, I prefer the broomstick. Hi, Max. I've tried a couple of different ways, and it's quite honestly, it's one of those, it's a personal choice kind of thing. Whatever works for you and is quickest and the most humane way to do things is what's going to work for you. Otherwise, I can tell you all day long, oh, I prefer this or I prefer that. And it's going to be one of those things where like, you're like, but I'm more comfortable doing this. Then do that. That's perfect. If you're comfortable doing it that way and you're efficient at doing it that way, that's the best. I know a bunch of people, they do the 22 method. So they'll take the rabbit and dispatch them with a 22. With that being said, the price of ammo is always going up and I don't want to spend money like that. I prefer the broomstick. I need to get Freedom Quail Farm on one. Yes, you need to get her on one of your lives, but you'll have to do a little convincing. She's a little shy sometimes. Normally what I do is I go on a live and then I find her and then I'm like, oh, hello, we're on a live. Let's talk. Hey, she said yes. Heck yeah. We're going to get her on a live. Ha ha ha. We are bad influences. I love it. My hot cocoa is now lukewarm. Yup. Oh, I'll pop in. I will pop in and be like, oh, hello. Unless you're talking about your little sidekick, and then I'll just kidnap him so that you don't have to worry about him while you're live. I'll make sure that you are completely and utterly enamored with your channel and doing things. Which, you know, speaking of things that I've been doing this week, I got banned from TikTok. Oops. I'm banned from TikTok, so I made an itty bitty homestead committee number 2. My husband tried to end him with a 22 after I failed. He missed almost an, oh geez, oh geez. Yeah, be careful when you're dispatching. You're my first live, Maddie. I have 3 others lined up. Heck yeah, that's so exciting. I'll have to check the other ones out too. What? So apparently, Max. A moment, please. So apparently on TikTok, right? People don't like when you tell them with scientific studies that they're wrong. And, which is fine and dandy. I don't tell people they have to do things a certain way. But if they're going to tell me I'm doing it wrong, I figure it's time for a debate, right? I figure that we're going to have a good, friendly conversation. And most people are being serious. Max has another agenda. Yes. Max's only agenda is to eat food. No wonder I haven't seen you lately. When did this happen? Sunday. Okay, I'll be right there. Sunday. And I have not heard from the clock gods. So they won't even tell me other than, what was it?
Multiple guideline violations.
Yeah, everyone does do things differently, and I completely agree. My issue was, I was telling people, hey, this is how I do it. And they were saying things like, wire cage bottoms are abuse. Like, well, no, it's not. It's actually highly recommended by the ARBA, Ohio State University, Michigan State University, and Texas AMU, and is actually the preferred way to raise most species of rabbit. And then they'd go off, and there would be a lot of chitter chatter about how things are. It's like, look, I get you're from the pet community. These aren't pets; these are livestock. And how you raise livestock versus pets is completely different. And then they'd keep arguing with me, so I'd be like, look, I'm not arguing. Here are the studies. Okay. And I got multiple community guideline strikes all at once. That's a big part of my show, so everyone sees and hears different ways. Yes, I completely agree. Everyone should. Hello.
I hear your voice.
Oh, is it going to echo through? Y'all, look who I have over.
Oh, is it going to?
Hi. I kidnapped Freedom Quail for dinner. Just to make you dinner. I made you dinner too.
I know, it was a combined effort.
Right. You're always super calm and reasonable and nice all the time. Dicks, shake my head. Yeah, they upset me a little bit. Not because they disagreed with me, right? Everybody can disagree with me. The sneakiness of it. The whole mass report all at once to where I was on TikTok and I was answering comments. I got off for like 2 minutes to talk to my husband about something because we were driving back from IKEA. I went to IKEA for the first time. It was glorious. And all of a sudden, like, it popped up. They're like, your account has been permanently banned for multiple guideline violations. It's like, y'all didn't even tell me about one. Y'all have never, like, taken down any of my videos. Y'all have never yelled at me. And now all of a sudden, I'm go against the community guidelines. For how? Why? So, I've been talking to the clock gods, but they have not been talking to me. So I created an IB_homestead_committee_2. And I'm doing the exact same thing because y'all took away 15,000 subscribers or followers or whatever we're going to call it. What are you going to do? Take away the 72 I have for doing the exact same thing? We'll make it number 3. Because I'm just stubborn. And I'm having fun with it. And that's the main thing. I'm enjoying myself. Oh, I made veggies and you made veggies. Everyone made
I didn't
veggies.
see the green beans. They are delicious.
Oh.
And so are the mashed potatoes. I don't know
thank
what you did to make them.
I sacrificed multiple beings.
They're really good.
Thank you. I'm being sarcastic. I do not sacrifice randomness for the deliciousness of our food. We're having turkey. We're having mashed potatoes. We're having corn. We're having green beans. You found his mashed potatoes, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So I met my goal. I stayed on longer than last week, but I am going to get going here because I'm going to have a wonderful, wonderful dinner with my friends and family, and I don't want to be rude. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you had a wonderful night, and I love talking and seeing all of you. I will be back again next week. Next week? What's next week? Is next week the 22nd? I might be lying. If it's the 22nd, I won't be back. All right, so I will be live the 23rd with Little Ridge Farms. We're going to get a video out on that as like a little commercial going, and I'll see y'all then. And, you know, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.